you have here is your main command screen of the ECoS, and what you want to do to start out, one is make sure you've got proper power to your entire layout. You don't have any crossed up signals or anything like that in terms of your bus line and track feeders and all of that. Your DS64 should be powered, they should be hooked up, and each of your Kato turnouts should be plugged in to the DS64 as well. Then what you do, come in here and you want to go to your accessories button here. Start by adding a new accessory. So I already have all of these programmed in here, but I'm going to go ahead and add an additional one. I'll just go to a clean page here, a new one. And I'm going to go down here to settings in this corner. And this far one on the left down at the bottom is create new accessory. And then you get to pick the spot you want it. So I'll go ahead and pick this first one. And then it says create accessory. And I'm going to go ahead and call it whatever I want. Say turnout number 1. Protocol is DCC, that's right. I think that's just a second line. You can add more text if you want. This third line is also for text. I usually put in the address number on this one so I know what I programmed it to. We'll start with 40. Again, this is just random. So I'm going to just call this 40. And duration, that's how long it throws, I think sends the signal. If you have a different accessory, that can be, you know, a crossing or something like that. I think that's where you mess with that. I've always left it at 250. The address, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to change this to 40. Now on each DS64, it has 4 addresses because it controls 4 accessories, up to 4. And when you program it, you have to go through the entire sequence when you do it. So you have to program 1, 2, 3, and 4 every time you program a DS64. So I'm going to set up all 4 of them. Even if you don't have 4 accessories, let's say you only have 2, what I've done is just set up 2 additional dummy accessories in order to have something to rotate through when you do the programming. Again, I don't think that's necessary, but it's what I've done and it worked. So I got 40 here. And then you can go over here in the upper right hand corner and you can choose a picture, which is very cool. So I'm going to call this a right turnout right there. And button function, toggle, that's like an on off, so that's good. And then I'll hit OK. So now I'm going to go in here and I'm going to create 2 more. I'll call this one number 2. I'm going to make its address 41. Change the address down here to 41. I'll call that a left turnout. Okay, so now we've got 4 turnouts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Addresses we're going to program to is 40, 41, 42, and 43. Okay, so the next thing you do is go to your DS64s. I'll move the camera here so we can see that. Okay, so there's your DS64. What I'm going to do is I'm going to press and I'm going to hold this down for 3 seconds. And what it's going to do is it's going to turn to a different type of flash. Okay, so here I go. Okay, so it's in a slow flash. That means it's ready to be programmed. Get out of the settings mode. Now you just go up here and you got to send it a signal. So I'm going to hit it. That just sent a signal to that DS64. The first one's been programmed for accessory turnout number 1 to an address of 40. Now if I go over here to the DS64, you notice that the heart rate, or the pulse is now different. It's a little bit faster. That's meaning it took the first one and now it's looking for the second one. And again, it's going to rotate through all 4 inputs. So you can't just do one and cancel out. You got to run through each of them. That's why if you only had, say, 3 turnouts, you would just do the last one would be a dummy. Okay, so now for accessory, the second one, number 2, address 41, I hit that. That just sent a signal to the DS64 saying that accessory number 2, address number 41. Now it's looking for number 3. I'll send that signal. That just sent address number 42 to the DS64. Again, the DS64 is now flashing really quickly. Each time you send it a signal, it's telling you it's at the next one when it's flashing really quickly. And then I'm going to send the last one, accessory number 4, turnout number 4. We call it address 43. So I send that. Okay, it's done. Back at the DS64, it's back in the heart rate pulse. That's how you know you did it right. If it's blinking with the heart rate. So now what you want to do is recycle power. And what that means is just hit stop. And then hit go again. Now those have been programmed. So if you go in there and hit it, you should hear them switch. Open to closed. This one switch. Open to close. Number 3. Open to close. I don't have one on number 4 because again I only have 3 turnouts plugged into the DS64, so this last one's just a dummy. But quick and easy. They're hooked up, they work, it's simple. What you can do after that is go to your control board, and this is just what takes this to a whole nother level in my opinion. You can now come in here and actually model your layout quickly and easily. This is an older one I was working on. And then you can insert those accessories that you already created and programmed. And you can see them here. So all you got to do is go over and click on it. This is the double crossover for me. You could hear it in the background switching. Now it's crossing over. Now it's straight. And you can have one control board here where you can see your whole layout and super quickly and easily, as you're running multiple trains, make changes and send them to different directions without even leaving your seat. So in order to run 3, 4, 5 trains on this real tight layout, I've got to be on top of where they are at any given time, and especially if I'm moving around on switchings and stuff like that. And this is really quick and easy and super cool. So anyways, I hope that helps. Thanks for watching. Keep enjoying this hobby. It's great.